Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Jessica and I like to share videos about simple cooking and budget-friendly meals. So if that interests you, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. In this week's video, I am sharing 4 different super simple and delicious slow cooker recipes. I love these types of recipes because you can just kind of put them in there and walk away. So my family and I were getting ready to head out on a small little getaway, a little camp trip. And one of the ways that I like to prepare for our camp trip is by creating these types of slow cooker meals. We'll have a little bit for dinner and then I package the rest away in a small container and we load it in the trailer with us and we get to have some delicious meals while we're out camping. It's a great way to not only have great food while you're out camping, but you can also save some money, not be tempted to go out and eat while you're away from home. So let's go ahead and get to the video.
I'm excited to start off with a recipe that I haven't made in a few years, but it's one that can't be beat. So let's get started by cutting a 2-pound pork shoulder into about 1-inch pieces and putting it into this large skillet with a little cooking oil. I'm adding in about 1.5 teaspoons of salt and pepper for a little seasoning. I'm just spreading it evenly in the pan. The goal is to just slightly brown the meat. And I'm absolutely loving this new spoon that one of my friends bought me for my birthday. It has measurement lines, it's a scraper, and it even sits up off the counter, so less mess. I left a link in the description box if you need one of these handy tools for your kitchen. While the meat is browning, we head over to the cutting board to dice up a medium-sized yellow onion. Once our meat begins to be mostly brown and only a few pieces of pink still visible, we can bring our skillet over to the slow cooker, and I like to use a slotted spoon to remove the meat from the pan and place it into the bottom of the slow cooker pot. Over to the stove in the same skillet, I just add my diced onion right into the pan with all the juices from the meat. I let the onions cook for about 4 to 5 minutes, then add in 2 tablespoons of minced garlic and cook for an additional 1 or so minutes. And now we are just going to dump that right into our cook pot. So now we're going to dump in 2 15-ounce cans of sliced stewed tomatoes and 1 4-ounce can of diced jalapenos. For additional seasoning, you will add in 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of oregano, and 1.5 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. And I like to use the Knorr's brand. Finally, put the lid on and cook on high for 2 hours, which should bring it to a boil. Now, some crock pots heat differently, so you may need to adjust your times slightly, but after the 2 hours, I switch it over to low for 4 hours. recipe will have your house smelling so good. After the 4 hours, this meal is ready to serve. The meat is so tender and the jalapenos give it just the right amount of spice. We serve ours in a bowl with a little shredded cheese and a warmed tortilla. Simple and delicious. I have to thank my sweet friend and mentor Susie for giving me this recipe so many years ago. It's been a family favorite and so fun to recreate it again after all those years. Next, we are making a nostalgic Frito boat. We start by dicing up one medium-sized yellow onion. Heading over to the stove, I'm adding a little cooking oil to a medium-sized skillet. We are adding in 1 pound of ground beef and our diced onion. Once the meat is browned and the onions are cooked, you will add in 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning or 1 packet and 1/2 cup of water. Give it a stir and continue to cook on low-medium for just a few minutes. While that is simmering, we will move over to the slow cooker pot and dump in 2 15-ounce cans of ranch-style beans. If you don't have these, any canned chili beans are fine. 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce and 1 can of Rotel. I chose the hot for this recipe just to give it a little more spice, but that is not necessary. Finally, we bring over our skillet and just dump it right into the pot too. Put the lid on and cook on low for 6 to 8 hours. These chili beans come together so easily with very little prep. If you're looking to make chili beans in a hurry, I have an Instant Pot recipe for them in my side dish video. I'll add a card up top if you'd like to check that out. I love a good meal that comes together so easily but is still so flavorful. We serve ours in a bowl with Fritos topped with our delicious chili beans, lettuce, shredded cheese, and tomatoes. These salsa chicken nachos are one of my favorites. So simple to make. Start by spraying your slow cooker pot with a little cooking spray. Add in 4 chicken breasts and 24 ounces of your favorite salsa. I'm using this On the Border brand and I've never tried it before, so I'm excited to see how it tastes. Then just add on 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, put the lid on your pot, and cook on low for 6 hours. When it's done cooking, I just stir in the cream cheese and shred the chicken right in the pot with 2 forks. It's very tender and almost shreds itself. I know this may not look beautiful, but trust me when I tell you, it tastes amazing. This can be served on taco shells, or like we did with tortilla chips. We topped ours with all the delicious taco fixins: shredded cheddar, lettuce, sliced olives, and tomatoes. Last but certainly not the least of these, we are cooking up a seafood boil. To prepare, we start by quartering or halving about 1 to 1.5 pounds of red potatoes. Slice a medium lemon in half. And for the meat prep, we will be using this Cajun-style sausage and cutting it into about 1-inch sized pieces. Now we just dump all of those goodies into our slow cooker pot. If you have any summer corn, this would be a great time to use it, but since I don't have any right now, I'll be using 6 of these frozen and already cut pieces. Now for our seasoning. Add in 1/4 cup of Old Bay and 4 tablespoons of minced garlic. It seems like a lot, but trust me on this, it's perfect. Now we squeeze on our lemon halves and just toss them right into the pot too. Finally, add in 6 cups of water. No stirring. We just want to leave everything as is. Just cover and cook on high for 4 hours. After the 4 hours and just before you're ready to eat, add in 1 pound of shrimp. I am using a peeled and deveined, but that's totally optional as well. So gently spread them in the pot to make sure they are covered with the liquid and cover and cook on low for an additional 10 to 20 minutes. You want your shrimp to be slightly pink. Overcooking can make the shrimp become rubbery-like. I just use a slotted spoon to help drain the liquid off and serve in a bowl and garnish with a slice of lemon, topped with a little parsley flakes, and we love to add a little Louisiana-style hot sauce to ours. This is not only a fun meal to make, it's also fun to eat. We just use our fingers to eat this. No forks needed.
Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed and found some inspiration for making some super simple slow cooker meals in your home this week. And as usual, I will leave all of the ingredients listed down in the description box for you. You can check out all the details there. If you saw any utensils that I was using that you're interested in, I do have some links down below, but if I've happened to miss something, feel free to comment, let me know what you're looking for, and I can hopefully try to link it for you. And as usual, I will see you next week. Thanks again for watching.